Ms. Scott. Ms. Scott, it's your turn. And this, who would like to begin the questioning? Mr. Berlinski.
Dr. Scott,
all right, go ahead.
Doctor,
you're champion.
I asked the captain. He said okay. In the recent fundraising letter of National Center for Science Education, you state that when the ACLU wants to know what's this intelligent design stuff, we're there to inform them that it is indeed a religiously based alternative to evolution, completely outside of science. Okay, now let me give you a quote from an astronomer named Fred Hoyle, who discovered things called resonance energy levels for carbon, oxygen, and helium, and found that they are arranged exactly as they must be to support life. Hoyle wrote, "A common-sense interpretation of the facts suggests that a superintellect has monkeyed with physics, as well as with chemistry and biology. The numbers one calculates from the facts seem to me to be so overwhelming as to put this conclusion almost beyond question." I have two questions. How is his concluding intelligent design from the facts of astronomy different from concluding intelligent design from the facts of, say, the bacterial flagellum? And second, are you going to sic the ACLU on Fred Hoyle?
Fred Hoyle is a distinguished astronomer, as you pointed out. When he speaks about biological phenomena, I would not say that he speaks ex cathedra.
He was speaking
as a matter
about
of fact, one of the statements that Fred Hoyle made with Chandra Wickramasinghe is that actually insects are smarter than we think they are, but they're just not letting us know.
He was speaking about astronomy in his quotation.
He has rather strange views about evolution, and I would not consider him an authority.
But he's concluding intelligent design from astronomy.
Mr. Berlinski.
Dr. Scott, I find myself vexed by your cavalier attitude toward the evidence, especially with respect to the fossil record, and that's the only evidence that your side has presented with great vigor. Would you agree, as almost everyone else affirms, that the overwhelming pattern of the fossil record is sharply discontinuous?
Is what, I'm sorry?
Sharply discontinuous.
Sure, it's discontinuous.
Okay, so we agree on that. Could I ask you to give us your best estimate of the number of changes required to take a dog-like mammal to a seagoing whale?
Can we, first of all, distinguish, which was confused, I think, during the questioning of Phil. Evolution is descent with modification. We all are quite convinced that this happened.
I'm not.
Darwinism, well, on my side of the table.
That's for sure. But I had a specific question.
I'm finishing. Darwinism, evolution by natural selection, is one of the ways by which evolution can take place. The argument that has been presented so frequently from your side of the table is that if all we have to do is disprove Darwinism and we disprove evolution. That's nonsense.
I'm trying to anchor the discussion
I will try to answer your question.
in
I'm sorry.
something factual and concrete, like a number.
Why do you assume that the fossils are the only source of data for evolution?
I certainly don't. You're absolutely right. But I'm talking about the whale, right? Large seagoing mammal. The thesis is that there's a Darwinian progression, and the evidence is 3 or 4 intermediates. I'm asking you to give us your best estimate of the number of changes required to take a dog-like mammal to
changes?
Morphological, physiological. Just give us a number. Is it 3?
That's an absurd question.
Why?
None of us on the evolution side of this argument has ever proposed that we can come up with the number of changes.
Then how on earth can you commend the mechanism if you're unsure whether it's adequate to the result?
Why are you so fixated on the mechanism
because
of natural
that's the heart of your
selection?
doctrine. It's a theory. It's a scientific theory.
Would you agree with me that if you disprove evolution, if you disprove natural selection, you therefore disprove evolution?
Sure.
You're wrong.
Why?
Because natural selection is only a way by which evolution
there is
can
no
take place.
Other
the evidence will still be there.
Theory.
From homology, from anatomical homologies, biochemical homologies, and the fossil record. We're not dependent on the fossil record.
Focus on my question. I'm begging you. We have a theory.
I answered it.
The theory is the theory of random mutation and natural selection. I'm asking you to apply it to the case of the progression from a dog-like mammal to a seagoing
I'm begging you not to. So. Thank you very much, Ms. Scott.